I think it's safe to say that any film directed by Hitchcock and starring Cary Grant and Grace Kelly is going to be at least a little bit enjoyable. I actually thoroughly enjoyed To Catch a Thief. This is the 1955 film, and I'll be honest, the first 10, maybe 15 minutes were a little bit slow, and I didn't really think I'd enjoy it. And similarly, there are a few points, maybe around the middle, towards the end, before it kind of picks up its pace again, where I felt like it was a little bit dragging, and there were a few scenes that I think could have been either cut or shortened. But for the most part, it was quite gripping. So I'll read the description from IMDb, and this says, a retired jewel thief sets out to prove his innocence after being suspected of returning to his former occupation. So our former jewel thief is played by Cary Grant. His name is John Robie, and he is suspected of being the jewel thief. Somebody is going around stealing jewellery, and naturally, given that he was once in jail for this crime, all eyes are going to be on him. But because this jewel thief is basically displaying all of the hallmarks of Robie's kind of, I guess, MO, Cary Grant is trying to be one step ahead of him and try and solve the case. And I have to say, it's surprising. I won't spoil anything. I will not tell you how it ends. But I will say, I did not predict that. I had not seen that coming. And I don't know if anybody would have done. I don't think there were very many obvious clues. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the thing about this film, is that there are no real clues left. It's not like you're trying to piece the pieces of the puzzle together. It's not like, he finds something left at a scene and then something else that kind of allows you to start working out who it is. I personally didn't think there was any indication of who it could have been until the reveal, which was good. I kind of like that. While on this mission, we get to meet Grace Kelly, who plays Frances Stevens, and her mother, Jessie, played by Jessie Royce Landis, who is brilliant in this. I loved her performance. I don't believe I've seen her in anything else. Actually, I think she was in North by Northwest, but she was absolutely fantastic. Loved the character. Absolute thrill to watch. She's got expensive jewellery, and Frances starts to spend a lot of time around John, maybe trying to set him up, I guess you could say, because she suspects that he is this current jewel thief. And obviously, a lot of the film as well, you don't actually know if he is or isn't. And again, as I said, I'm not going to give away any ending, but it's definitely not clear, and it's definitely a roller coaster ride. I love seeing the characters' kind of relationships develop, but also kind of ebb and flow. There's a lot of tension, and then there's, I guess, romance, and then tension again, and I think it just all weaves together so nicely, and it's an absolute pleasure to watch. The green screen work is a little dodgy. There are some times when it's blatantly obvious that they're using a green screen, but this was 1955, I'll give them that. It is an Oscar winner. It won the Best Cinematography, which I expect is for the use of green. When you watch the film, you will probably know what I mean. It was also nominated for Best Art Direction and Best Costume. It didn't win anything else, to the best of my knowledge, but it doesn't matter. It's a Hitchcock film with Cary Grant. It's brilliant. Apart from the few kind of clunky bits of pacing here and there, I thought the narrative itself developed very well. As I said, I had no idea where it was going or who we could trust, and I was very pleasantly surprised by the ending, because I hadn't predicted anything, so for me it was not obvious. In fact, if you like film, you should watch this. I think it's one that will appeal to pretty much everybody. I watched it on Amazon Prime, and it's about an hour and 40 minutes, and absolutely worth watching. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely one I think you should check out and let me know what you think of it. It's well worth watching.